Oh no, they saw us. We just give them a smile, we don't give them an actual answer. Now really the hardest part about this whole dungeon is probably going to be the Pridefuls. The Pridefuls and like second and last boss, but we'll just pick up a spear and save it for last boss to help out. So prides are like our biggest thing that we need to think about throughout the dungeon. I guess I should have pain stepped on that pull. I thought he was going to use meta for it, but I think he's saving it for the second pull. We both had the same idea. I'm going to mind suit this guy and take the hammer. I'm going to steal this spear too so they don't waste it on the first boss. And then we'll just hold this spear until like second or last boss. I have no idea who to PI, so I'm just gonna PI. I think I PI Druid on bosses and then probably DK on trash, or just the Druid every time, honestly. Maybe not, the Druid's doing 0 damage. Are they hard carrying him? Not really. Oh, we didn't kill that middle pack. Are we just not? I don't know what we're doing for bread. I didn't even remember to buy water. I'm using literal just buff food for restoring my mana. Oh dude, this is a wild route. Is Druid ever gonna use his cooldowns? It's okay. We'll just probably saving it for the boss at this point, I guess. Using lots of our penances on the tank directly, because we don't get very much healing with Shadow Mend. Master Spell this. That was a little. I should have Master Spelled that like way sooner. We use Trinket, we use Shadow Fiend, and then we'll save like Barrier and our Desperate Prayer and Health Pot for when the Pride's at like 40-30%. That way, when it's a little more hectic, we can focus healing on other people. These are other Radiants here. And I'll Mind Blast, then I'll drop Barrier, and then I'll use my Health Pot. Throw a few more Shadow Mends out. And then we should just be able to mind games and it's dead. Yeah. Okay, we just lusted and we're just activating the Goliath. Interesting. No, we didn't activate the Goliath at all. Ult boss. It's okay. Yeah, the Druid. His Convoke's gonna get completely ruined by those ads. Master Spell the debuff. Or the bursting, I should say. This boss, there's like no healing to do besides when someone gets hit by this breath. So we're just mostly just doing as much damage as we can. And then if like people are getting bit by the worms, like right here, we just use Radiance. Stuff like Shadow or Death on cooldown. And just DPSing as much as we can. Use our trinket again for some intellect. I'll just use this last Radiance charge. We don't actually have to move out of this right away because it like the green shit on the ground grows as it goes out, so you can actually wait to move out. So like there I stayed in my trinket until it disappeared and then I moved out. A lot of people like try to hurry and run out, but if you're melee you can like stay in there and then just follow the boss as he runs out. But this is terrifying. What a super good safe spot. Nice. Mission successfully saved the spear. Still no meta from the tank. He's not carrying either. Pretty awkward. That's the problem in a lot of lower level keys like that, like 10 to 15 range, is people think too hard about their cooldowns, which it's good to think about your cooldowns, but you could also just be using them. Like, it's better to learn when to use your cooldowns by using them too much rather than not enough, because if you're not using them at all, then there's no way to really learn like if you made mistakes on where you use them or not. You just always have them up for when you need them, but you're not using them enough so you don't time like hierarchies. But if you just use them constantly and then make mistakes, that actually at least lets you learn. Like, oh hey, I used it here and I should have used it, 2 minutes later. Probably skipping this, so I'll Mind Soothe. You get the orb. Did you use the orb on that pack? Man. Feels a little bit bad. They're not picking up that spear. I don't know if they're actually going to or not. If they don't, we'll throw this spear. I wonder if he's gonna get it. Okay, they're grabbing it. I was gonna say, if they don't end up picking it up, we go to the second boss, we throw our spear at the second boss, and then we come back and grab that like when they go up to the platform, but looks like we're in the clear.
You think yourself exceptional, gifted, but you will learn humility.
The mind games right away. I'm gonna power infuse the Druid to kind of incentivize him to use his cooldowns, but he probably won't. Oh, it worked, dude! Alright, I'm PIing the rest or the Druid now. Every time he has his cooldowns to kind of tell him when to use them. Nice. Using his cooldowns on Pride is actually totally fine too. Since we don't have a mage. Just gonna keep the mage interrupted. Probably don't even need to. Okay. Definitely paints up the tank here. We do damage to the bone cover or the sorcerer, and then when we see the shield pop up on the marauder, that's when we switch. But doing like using mind games and stuff, that's why I canceled my mind games a few times, so I was waiting for the shield to pop up. Because if you like blow a bunch of DPS stuff on the marauder, it's just completely wasted because it gets one shot once you break the shield. So you just do damage to other stuff, and then just make sure you break the shield. I'm gonna get pride again here in a moment, so I'm gonna just drink during this bowl. That should be plenty. I also would like my transmorph for beacon. Make sure we CC the mage. I actually do a little trick and keep like both mages CC'd here, but I'll just keep this one crowd controlled. So what I'll do here is I'll just kind of make it to where I can see both their nameplates, and you just kind of switch back and forth between targets. Set up like a focus, you know, a focus shackle undead macro or something like that, but this usually does the trick. I'm gonna PI the Druid again here. Actually, I should have saved that for boss, definitely. That's unfortunate. I'm gonna assassinate you, watch out. Yeah, Panda Priest is pretty good. Oh no. Definitely use Rapture here. I just need to be careful about the cooldowns I'm using during this pride, because I'm not gonna have anything for the boss. Just kind of scary. This boss is probably gonna be one of the harder ones. At least from like a healer perspective. Definitely gonna save Shadow Fiend for it. We also don't have Lust for this boss, so it's definitely gonna be a little scary. When the mages and all the ads spawn, I'm gonna try to crowd control one of them. That way, don't have to worry about killing it. But looks like we're gonna kill it. That's okay. We'll just keep using Shackle to like interrupt the Frostbolt volleys until the mages are dead. I'm gonna save mind games for when the boss puts the dot on us. So the boss puts the dot on us when he blows up all the ads on the floor here in a second. So when all the ads blow up like this, you'll see the boss get a buff right here, Tortured Echoes. And it does damage to the whole group. It just does ticking damage for the next 30 seconds, which lasts through the next ad phase, so it's actually really scary, especially as you start climbing in key level. It starts scaling like really, really hard. Paints up in the tank here. Skull. Full X. Shackle X again. I'm probably dying here. Capture. Dodge the frontal. We Shackle X again so it doesn't cast. Radiance. PI the Druid. We dodge the shit on the floor. I'm being very greedy and saving the spear here. In most cases, I probably should have just thrown it there, just because it started looking really scary, and I could just one-shot the boss with the spear. But we made it. We did it. Now I'm gonna go pick up the orb, so we don't waste it.
Your arrival proved timely, yet the battle rages on. We cannot rest until these
Oh, we need more percentage, huh? Uh-oh.
skies. I will lead the effort here, while my disciples bring you to the necropolis. Let us end this atrocity.
What Lego is the DH using? The good one. But I think this is like specific to Kyrian, isn't it? No. Yeah. No. This is different. Never mind. This isn't the sigil one. I was thinking of the sigil thing, but I don't remember if there's a legendary for sigils or if I'm just thinking of quicken sigils. He's got the good trinkets though. That's good. I'm gonna Shadow Fiend right now so that we have it up for when Prideful spawns. So what we're gonna do with this orb is the orb scales with Prideful. We're gonna wait till Prideful dies, and then we're gonna use the orb on just whatever we end up pulling, probably just one pack after Pride. And then the orb does a lot of damage with the Pride buff. I'm also gonna PI the Druid on this next pull so that he presses his cooldowns. Hopefully. Oh yeah, I can also grip the tank to reset his Tenderize stacks if needed, so keep an eye out for that as well. Need another buff food to regen mana, because I don't have any regular water. I'll just PM him now, see if he uses his cooldown. Nope. We'll ask him to use his cooldowns, maybe that'll work. He might have been already planning on doing it anyways. There he goes. I'll use the orb now. And sometimes I found in pugs it's actually better to orb the second pack, because usually people will pop, like, see the warrior pop his cooldowns, the DK pops some cooldowns. So then, like, since people don't have cooldowns going into the second pull, I could use the orb here to kind of make up for that. We're gonna save the spear for the last boss. Or at least this boss, if anything. Oh, we hit ourselves with Master Spell.
Vexing! Rotskew, get to work and don't fail me like your predecessor!
Dispel ourselves and try to drink as much as we can so we get a little bit of mana.
Must take matters into my own hands.
Use Rapture. Just spamming shields till they expire. And mind games.
I can't wait to put you. I'll have you in stitches. I must preserve your parts for later. Imbecile! I'm the one who made you!
Very late PI, but what are we gonna do? I'm tempted to just spear this boss, but I think we're gonna be okay, so I'm not going to. Yeah, because this is gonna die, so it's actually fine. It'll take us longer, but as long as there's not multiple Stitch Flesh creations spawning, then we're fine.
Another I'll have you in stitches. I must preserve your parts for later. Imbecile! I'm the one who made you!
Kill it. Oh, we're not gonna get him. I'll hook him back down. Okay, we're good. Now we have Spear and Hammer for last boss. Are we waiting for a cooldown or something? Oh. Throw this, and then we fade. Do big damage. Make sure you're away from everyone for the root. I should have PI'd somebody. I'll PI whoever comes back from the Dark Exile, because when they come back they get a 100% crit chance. For like 15 seconds, or I don't know if it's buffed yet, but they're buffing it to 30 seconds. I'm gonna walk out here. Actually just Rapture right now. Oh god. Oh god. That was almost really scary. When the warrior gets back, we PI. We're gonna use Shadow Fiend right now, keep the tank alive. Dispel that. Okay, here comes our warrior friend. We'll wait till he drops the pool on the floor and then we'll PI. Penance on the tank. PI warrior. Draven the way to go? Yeah, for most content. I think the other soulbinds are still competitive, but Draven's just better overall. Just because of the hold your ground is like such a good thing. I don't even have it right now, but I'll have it unlocked after this dungeon, I think. I should have enough anima. Yeah, hold your ground is just really strong. Also the damage reduction that he gives on like the first row is really strong. Compared to Najita giving the like random haste procs and stuff. They're good, but they're a little less controllable. These penance on the tank. This fight's basically just a tank healing fight, and then we just use like a radiance charge or two for every single shield. Mind games. We still have Rapture if we really need it, but I am feeling confident that we don't. Grip the warrior. Oh no, I trolled the warrior so hard he charged and I fucking gripped him. They made him do a slower charge. Nice, the 2 chest. With the 187 Keystone Adventure gear.